So the two ways to go about YouTube. What are these ways? So what are we going to cover in this video? We're going to cover niche channels, outsourceable ones. We're going to cover personal channels. I'll still quickly mention them for context. We're going to look at hybrid channels. I'll give you examples of each. And we're going to talk about pros and cons. So niche channels, aka faceless channels, aka YouTube automation channels, the ones. So typically those channels are, or those videos are either list videos. Really the most commonly used kind of a video format is just typically a narrator doing a voiceover with videos and pictures playing in the background, or AI voiceover as well. Another examples is animation videos, right? Like whiteboard animations, country balls, AI pictures, like when I showed you the Stoic channels, or just storytelling, really. Educational channels, or like screen recording channels, or ASMR, meditation, cooking, life hacks, you name it. Like there's so many million ways you could go about these channels, and there's like an infinite amount of niches, okay? All these are here. So let's actually talk about pros and cons of niche channels. But yeah, take your time to get accustomed with the list. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. But so the pros is it's obviously scalable, right? So you can create the videos yourself, or they can be outsourced entirely, leading to channel operating on autopilot, somewhat allowing you to start more channels or focus on building businesses for the channel. When I mean autopilot, just as long as there are systems in place and you got people working, all you have to do is just check in, right? You still have to check in on daily, or on a daily basis, or like every other day. And you obviously don't have to show your face. Okay, I'm okay with showing my face. Not everyone is, so that's definitely an advantage right there. So next one is it doesn't rely on you, and I'll explain that in a minute. And potential, it's actually a potential asset you're able to sell. Really think of it as a running a restaurant, or starting some kind of a car shop, whatever. Or any other traditional form of business. You started, you grow it, you put in the initial work, initial money, initial effort, establish the foundation. Then just like any other business, the physical labor, you hire the workers, and then you either choose to outsource it entirely, or you can just sell the business. All right. And yeah, creating an YouTube automation evergreen channel is an amazing time investment as well, where you can create something which will be generating you revenue and creating opportunity for years to come. Think of it as like digital real estate. Okay, these videos are going to be truly getting impressions and views for years to come, and you'll be making money for years to come with these videos, as long as they're configured correctly. Of course, there are some cons. So in some niches, it's harder to sell products. In some niches, it's generally just hard to start grow. Some niches are oversaturated, and it's hard to grow because of that. It's still possible to grow, and requires experience and creativity, which beginners tend to lack. So this is an example of when you can just find an extremely saturated niche, and then you can just perform. So this channel is far from weak, and this channel popped off in one of the most, if not the most saturated niches, self-development, and it did that because of the experience of the person behind this channel and understanding how to genuinely stand out, build a character and a brand. He was able to grow 1.2 million subscribers in less than a year with just little over 100 videos. There's a little, it's a little off topic, but just to prove the point that anything is possible on YouTube if you know what you are doing, literally. So now let's talk about personal channels. Okay, so what are the pros and cons? So with personal channels, it's easier to sell products. That's what ultimately you should be doing on YouTube anyway. It's easier to slightly pivot niches due to the fact that people often follow you for your personality, not for the content. Although this makes no sense to change the niche anyways, so never do it. Just don't change niches. But let's say if I absolutely get tired of creating videos about YouTube automation, I could create videos about anything that has to do with AI. And because people know me, people know AI guy, I could get away with this, but it's still gonna hurt my channel tremendously. So don't change your niche, never. It's easier to build trust with your audience, which again generates more leads, more sales for your business or whatever it is you're trying to do. It's just easier to convert if a face is there, if a human being is there. Okay, so there's also more opportunity for sponsorships as well. So cons. less scalable. It's something I mentioned earlier. No matter how you move, how you're rolling, we all have 24 hours in a day. Of course, you can scale, but it's not as scalable, or the scaling happens in a different manner, right? So it obviously requires you to show your face. Again, not everybody's willing to do that, and requires to have public speaking and acting skills. You might not realize you have them, but these things are ultimately required. And I'm definitely not the best public speaker, but I can tell you that I came a long way from what from 50 videos ago, so to speak. I definitely have a long way to go. It's also a skill, and a separate skill you have to build. Being on camera, speaking on camera, feeling somewhat comfortable, because it is honestly a weird activity, just sitting here staring at camera. But it's also part of it. And here are some examples of rather interesting personal channels. So this one is Matt Wolf, and you can think of it as YouTube automation channel because he just kind of has infinite topics, and it's AI niche, but it's obviously a personal brand, right? Like if you remove Matt, this channel will not exist, right? Whereas I can outsource some of the stuff, okay? So that's a clear disadvantage. Next up is also a very interesting channel. Like it's a doctor is running this channel, okay? And it's about basically psychiatry. He's giving like mental health advice for gamers, entrepreneurs, content creators. So it's just a cool niche idea, right? It's actually very similar to health niche ideas from YouTube automation channels I showed you earlier. But this is a personal brand approach to this niche. Okay, so, and the next one, obviously, a lot of you guys, I'm sure you know him, but this is also a tech channel idea, also personal brand, but in the context of tech. And for more channels, example, again, like more on personal brands, go to AI Guy Academy. Everything is covered there. Okay, so now let's talk about hybrid channels. I believe those are the most interesting channels. I mean, those are experimental channels, okay, but they don't completely fit into either category. Channels they have, and what makes a hybrid channel? Either it's like myself, when I'm the host and then I create videos with AI characters, or I could hire someone to work on AI guys, so we can have two hosts and characters as well. And I can actually show you channels examples that do this. So first one is Think Media. So obviously this guy Sean is the owner of this channel, but there are actually multiple people behind the videos. So I guess, yes, for example, this guy is making this video, or there used to be another guy on here. So this guy is also here. So yeah, as you can see, it's like a media. It's literally a media, right? So, but it started out as a one-man operation, him just making videos, and turned into like I said, a media. Okay, so this is how you can go about it, or at least if you have a big long vision, this is something you could aim for, right? Next up, vidIQ. By the way, a channel that I genuinely recommend you to watch. A very good channel, but yeah, this is actually a good channel idea for software entrepreneurs and business people in general, where you base your channel on providing value, where you integrate your software product that solves a problem that you demonstrate in your content. So you first create a problem with your content, and then you solve that problem with your software, and you create a YouTube channel around it. Okay, so then once you grow your channel, use its revenue to fund your business and scale everything in turbo mode. Have the business and the channel support and fund each other in balance. All right, so this is literally like what I just described. This is the business model of vidIQ. Now, I don't have access to their bank accounts, so I cannot tell you, obviously, whether the software budgets are sponsoring the YouTube channel or the YouTube channel is sponsoring their software budgets, but you get my point, right? So, and obviously, the sole purpose of this channel is to promote vidIQ and to build their kind of a brand presence. So, and they have like what, 3 hosts? This guy, and one more, this guy. So at least 3 hosts they have, okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if they introduce AI characters in the near future. So, of course, this channel, AI Guy, some of you may know, but yeah, this obviously I do AI characters and then me, and these are the 2 videos I was talking about where I combined myself and AI characters, and quite creative. It worked out. Both got over 100,000 views, so clearly people liked it, and something you guys can get inspired to as well, or get inspired by. And next one, last one on the list is gravity transformation. So this one is also entirely health related channel, but what they do is just, I believe some of the videos are done by the actual owner of the channel and others are just outsourced to freelancers. So how do you actually choose a type of channel? If you don't want to show your face, you want to focus on getting a lot of views, but cheaper views, you don't care too much for building a brand and want to have a sellable asset, be able to run multiple channels and just manage them, just operate this thing and, you know, stay behind the scenes, you go Faceless route, obviously. If you want to sell things, and with this route, the main source of income is always going to be ad revenue. It's just, you will get brand deals, you can get affiliate links going, but for these type of channels, ultimate route is ad revenue. Okay, so but if you want to sell things with ease, which is the fastest way to make money, by the way, you want to land sponsorships, you want to have connections with entrepreneurs, that's a very important one, and have access to closed rooms, right? All kinds of cool stuff is gonna happen to you. I'll speak from my experience, because since I started revealing my face and really showing myself, obviously I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say names or show proof, but you can believe me if you want to. I am now in touch with multiple YouTubers. One is like 600,000 subscribers, another one is 2 million subscribers, and there's another one with 1 million subscribers. When I say closed rooms, yeah, you're also, because of your following and because you show yourself, you'll get invited to all kinds of rooms with other entrepreneurs, you know, simply a group chat. But if you're in a group chat with 2-3 other people who have large YouTube channels, you could create something powerful, okay? So don't underestimate the power of a personal brand and showing yourself, okay? So I understand it's a YouTube automation course, but even if you're not comfortable showing yourself, really reconsider it and build a unique channel where you can combine a little bit of everything. That's like my best honest advice, okay? So, and you're just gonna live the YouTuber lifestyle, right? So generally speaking, have access to bigger opportunities, go for a personal channel or at least a hybrid channel, okay? So don't get me wrong, you can still make money off ad revenue alone, but it's a much more time consuming play. All depends on your goals and needs. Now, I'm actually gonna show you my new secret YouTube channel that I'm building, and then I'm gonna show you actually a reference channel on why I'm building it. So I think I'm gonna blur out the name because I'm gonna show you the niche, I'm gonna drop the sauce, but I don't want the unhealthy traffic. So also a pro tip, I say it all the time, but if you're creating a new channel, you really don't want no traffic that you're not supposed to get. Meaning, I'm creating a channel about Roblox, like it's a video game for kids. My potential viewer is like a 7-year-old who's gonna just randomly click on this video. So you guys are definitely not people who would watch these videos, right? So that's why I'm gonna blur out the name. But anyway, yeah, it's a new channel of mine. It's completely outsourceable. It's only 1 week old, so it only has 8 subscribers. Like, there's not much data to show, but I'm definitely gonna be updating you guys on this. And so here's how it went, because like I really want to end this lesson with this very demonstrative example. So this is how it went. So this is the reference channel, and basically one night on Telegram, there's a thing that is called YouTube Exchange, or like YouTube freelance websites, or like groups. Basically, it's groups on Telegram where YouTubers find employees and employees find YouTubers, or whatever YouTube related entrepreneurs. They all find each other. It's like a YouTube marketplace. That's probably the right word. And so I found a guy who provides services, who basically, I guess himself, he employs people and they just create videos for you like this. And so he sent this channel as reference, and that's just why it's important to understand YouTube. I looked at this channel and it's definitely monetized, and because why would it not be? It's just a gameplay recording, as you can see. It's literally all they do. The entire video consists, these 40 minutes were just, why is it not showing up? It's just literally like gameplay of Roblox. Like, there's nothing that's complicated behind this, okay? And so when I looked at this channel, I saw that, okay, 1 month ago, this video, for example, it got 3 million views right here, we can see. And even if we assume that at the lowest, like worst case scenario, they have $1 RPM, meaning they get 1,000 views per 1 million views, just this video alone brought them $3,000. Overall, this channel has done I mean, we could assume it's done at least 40,000 views. It could do up to 80,000 views. I mean, dollars, 40K or up to 80K dollars, up to 100K dollars. Seriously, it could be like, it could do this much money. And so when I saw this, and when I took into consideration how much effort it takes me to create a 40-minute video and to get this kind of views, I was like, whoa, I gotta get into this. And so I mean, you guys could get into Roblox and look for people to hire immediately and just start a channel like this. This is not my message here. My message here is YouTube is like that. There are just these ridiculous, stupid niches you would never watch yourself. You would never create content for. But those are kind of the channels you want to be just building on the side. You don't care and just outsource them. But there should be also a channel like AI Guy, for like your own version of AI Guy that you actually want to build. Maybe turn it into a hybrid channel, whatever. So that's the real business, in my opinion. You have that one channel that you're like your channel, you know, and then other channels that you just treat like assets is truly business. And in business, everything is possible. A channel can fall apart. I mean, as far as I know, this niche can die in a week. Like, Roblox will not die, but like this particular sub niche of Roblox can die, and my experiment could fail. That's also a possibility. But just I figured it'll be interesting to show you guys this kind of these things even exist. They go on because it's so not obvious that yeah. But anyway, let's continue.